Erica and Ed, there is a growing swell of calls tonight for Graham Platner to drop out. His accuser saying she agrees with Platner politically, but could not stay silent about what she says he did to her.
Did Graham Platner rape you?
By definition, yes. Absolutely. He violated multiple layers of consent that night by coming into my home.
I wanted to directly address the troubling, serious, and false allegations against me.
Graham Platner tonight reevaluating his campaign on the heels of new allegations that he sexually assaulted a former girlfriend 5 years ago. That woman, Jenny Rasico, told CNN's Jake Tapper tonight the two dated casually for a couple of years. And in 2021, Platner showed up at her house drunk and forced himself on her.
He was heavily intoxicated, had intentions with me, and wasn't listening when I said no. I remember very specifically saying, I'm not into this.
Any accusation of non-consensual behavior is categorically false.
Platner flat out denying the allegations, but acknowledging the fallout.
Regardless of the inaccuracy of the reporting, but mindful of the political reality it will inflict, we are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward for the state that I love, the people that I love, the movement I belong to, and the goal of defeating Susan Collins.
Platner's lead in the polls over Susan Collins was already dwindling after a series of scandals. Another former girlfriend accusing him of abusive behavior, which he has denied. But he acknowledges sending sexual messages to multiple women shortly after he was married in 2023. And he covered up a tattoo resembling a Nazi image on his chest, saying he didn't know its meaning.
The most important value to any voter at the end of every campaign when they go in to vote is, do I trust this person to keep their word? And time again, when Graham Platner has been asked, is there anything else coming out? He has said no. He's lost the trust of voters.
And tonight, the Maine Democratic Party has pulled its support. Platner has until July 13th, 1 week from today, to drop out for the party by law to be able to replace him on the November ballot. In the newsroom, I'm Mary Salatna, WCVB News Center 5.
Mary, thank you for that. So it's not just Maine Democrats. Massachusetts leaders tonight are rescinding their endorsements of Platner.
Senator Ed Markey posting on X, quote, the allegations reported against Graham Platner are deeply disturbing and must be taken seriously. I cannot support his candidacy.
Senator Elizabeth Warren saying in a statement, now more than ever, we need leaders in Washington who reflect our values. There can be no tolerance for sexual assault. She went on to say, with so much at stake, the best path forward is for Graham Platner to step aside.
Democratic Representative Seth Moulton, who is himself running to unseat Markey, said, quote, Jenny Rasico chose truth over political convenience. We must honor her courage and the courage of other survivors. He went on to say Platner should drop out of the race so a different Democratic candidate can be chosen.